Hi everyone, I hope you're all well, happy, jolly, and ready for a quick chat. After a few cool days, it is again very warm today, and I'm surrounded by boxes, and more boxes, not knowing what to leave out in terms of clothing and kitchenware, because it is after all still a week before we can actually move. Anyway, a move is always a little traumatic, and we have not even arranged transport for our furniture yet. Oh well, faith is all I have left, and it had served me very well until now, so I'll continue to believe all will be well. Now, because I had someone here this morning to give the garden and the courtyard a thorough clean, I do not have the time today for a serious talk. And you know what? I'm not really in the mood for flippant, meaningless banter either. I was thinking about talking about Meghan's clothing and jewelry during the 3-day Invictus privacy tour, but honestly, who cares? I agree with a few people who brought it up. The long, loose hair is likely synthetic hair attached to the cap. It looks synthetic, and I found some very similar to those that she wore. Well, so there is that. Then a few people were pointing out that she was wearing her engagement ring again. Well, I may be totally wrong, but I just do not think it is the same engagement ring. It just looks different. The big stone is just a little more square, and the original diamond was a little more white, whereas this one is prone to giving off rainbow sparks. Now, I'm not a diamond expert, but that is what it looks like to me and what I think. I think it may not be the same ring or not the same diamond. Maybe that is why she wasn't wearing her ring. Maybe she lost one of the diamonds. Maybe the diamond fell out and they needed to have it replaced. Oh well, it's Harry's money and he can do with it what he wants. It is indeed none of our business. Anyway, old Meghan wore $37,000 worth of new clothing and jewelry in Canada over 3 days. $27,400 worth of reworn clothing and accessories, and then there are a couple of items my friends on other platforms could not identify. What a lucky, fortunate woman she is to be able to buy herself $37,000 worth of clothing for one trip. I was wondering, how much do you spend on new clothing per year? Wouldn't it be interesting to look at how much we ordinary folks spend on clothing compared to what Meghan spends? Well, could be interesting. All I know is that the most expensive item of clothing I bought in about 12 months was 225 Rand, which translates to about £10 or about $12. I do not think I have spent $37,000 on clothing in the past 20 years. And that, my dear friends, is the truth. And sometimes when one says something like that, people think you are playing victim or moaning, but it is not true. I love the more eclectic boho style of clothing. I like loose dresses, and it's not something one finds willy-nilly in chain stores or other mid-range clothing stores. So I like frequenting markets and second-hand stores. So my clothes do not cost me an arm and a leg. Up until 3 years ago, I also made myself clothing, particularly pants and dresses. Plus, if I really, really love an item, then I take care of it, wash it by hand, etc. And I promise you, there are items in my cupboard older than Dragon Man and nearly as old as his mother. I wonder what Megsy does with the clothing she only wore once. Yes, I guess jeans and tops she would rewear because we wouldn't know the difference. But I cannot see her ego allowing her to rewear a prominent piece of clothing, like, say, an evening wear dress, etc. And I mean, even other prominent pieces of clothing, like that white suit, for instance, items which caught our attention. So I can't see her re-wearing it. So where does it go? Where does it go? What does she do with it? I can't see Meghan giving it away either. Can you imagine Meghan's embarrassment if, say, someone should attend a prom in one of her dresses, or attend a street party or Mardi Gras in an outfit she wore before? I'm sorry, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I can't see it happening. I did see Doria in a dress, a little black number, which Meghan wore when she was still in suits, but that is about it. Maybe 500 years from now, archaeologists will excavate a mountain and find Meghan's stash of clothing. Anyway, okay, let's get serious for all of 5 minutes before I go and pack again. I've been reading bits and pieces of Harry's visit to Lil'wat Nation. Well, there isn't much about what Harry truly said, and most reporting rely on a second-hand account from the nation leaders. And what I really, really cannot understand is how Harry can speak on behalf of the Crown and reiterate their commitment to truth and reconciliation. Did King Charles give Harry permission to speak on behalf of the Crown, or did Harry overstep without permission? I would really, really want that one answered. I mean, it would be more than just interesting. Now, I would not call myself a historian or an expert, but I learned quite a bit about the First Nation people while in Canada, and afterwards, as my interest was piqued, I also did extensive reading on the residential schools and so on and so on. I also have a friend on a reservation in Wisconsin, and what I did not understand, he helped me to understand. So, with that said, I find it terribly naive of Lenny Martin Andrew, the son of Chief Leonard Andrew, to say the prince showing up for me is a statement. Oh, my darling boy. Well, Lenny is not a boy anymore and an educated man. Well, and that makes his statement even harder to understand. Harry showed up because he was there for Invictus. He was there for PR. What else could he show up for? Harry does not have any clout or power as a royal in Britain anymore. He walked away from all of that. Harry also has no power in the United States, where he's actually seen as little more than a joke, a wannabe celebrity. As we have said a few times now, send a camera and Harry and Meghan will show up to the opening of an envelope. Yes, Harry will have his and Meghan's Invictus there. And then you will likely not see or hear from him for the next 10 years. Unless, of course, you can come up with something they can film and star in and sell to Netflix or Paramount or whoever. But don't think you're going to get any of that money. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, today is my off day, and tomorrow will likely be another busy day. So I'll continue with more researched and serious stuff on Thursday. So until we meet right back here again, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.